Testing, testing, 1, 2. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay. All right, folks, I'm opening up Blender for the first time, and let's hope this works. Okay, so I'm just going to click out. I'm just not going to touch anything here. All right, I'm just going to click out here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm hoping that you guys have a 3-button mouse, and I want you to scroll in and scroll out with the middle wheel there. Okay, that's the first thing. Next is holding Shift middle scroll. You're panning. Okay, Shift and middle scroll. If you just middle scroll and move your mouse, you are orbiting around. You're spinning around the scene. It's called orbiting around. Okay, so there's that. But the minute, so one hand on the keyboard, one hand on your mouse. All right, thank you. Shift and then middle mouse. All right, so here is tools. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hover here at the edge, left click, and make this a little wider so you can actually read these. So we're only going to use move, rotate, scale for now, moving, rotating objects, okay? And you can see the green is the y-axis, see green Y here, X is red, X is there. This, you can actually orbit around as well. You can use the hand tool, which is the shift middle scroll, middle mouse moving the scene around. Those are the two you could use, and this is when we want to render a camera, okay? So I'm not going to do any of these right now. I'm just going to get out of camera. So you click camera, click off camera. Okay, that's one. Two, in here is basically everything in your scene is in here. So I'm always staying in the move tool, which is in Blender is G for grab, is the move tool. Okay, see there it says G for shortcut. Rotate, I'm assuming is R, yeah, scale is S. So G, R, S. So you can write that down, G, R, and S. Okay, move. So if I click on this and I only highlight the red arrow, the end of the arrow, not the middle, not these squares, just and left click, it'll have its constraint on the x-axis. See, I'm zooming out. I'm going to go left click on the green arrow, boom, right, left, like that. Okay, and then blue axis, which is up and down, Z. Okay, some apps the Z is facing towards away from us, but this app is up. Okay. I like to stay and see things in 3/4 view. It means you're seeing the front and the side view in perspective mode. Another thing I like to do is right off the bat, these two circles here, I like to put my wireframe on. So if I click out, I can see the edges. Okay. Yeah, this is your camera, hence camera. Okay, get out of camera. This is your sun. Okay. Right now we have a cube and there's my cube. All right. And then where we're going to go to most of the time, you're going to start here. You're going to add mesh. This is your friend. Add and mesh. You're going to go to plane. Okay. And there's my plane. If I grab the scale tool and I'm going to scale it on certain axes. Plane is 2-dimensional. There's no depth, but there's that. See? And then I leave scale and I go to move. So I'm going to click on the cube and just move it up. Left click here like that. So technically, this app, first of all, loves shortcuts, okay? A lot of things are right click, okay? So I'm here. I'm going to go right click. Look at all these things that I have. Mirror, snap, and so on. The one you're going to be using a lot is duplicate object, which is Shift D. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. G. G is the hotkey. So if I was clicked out and I press G, nothing's happening because I haven't clicked on anything. So you have to click on something. The tripod shows up. And then I can say Y. I have to press G first for grab and then Y, and look what happens. You get that spider web going. Very nice. So if I go again, G and X, see, it lights up, and then G and Z up and down. Okay, so that's kind of nice. So here, X, see these views? These are orthographic. That means they're flat. The ground is technically here. Okay, there. Okay, so it's saying, look at that. So if I type in 0 here, for example, and 0 there, look what happened. So I went to 0x, 0y, and 0, and then at z, it's 1. Okay, so if I spin around, there it is. Okay, so if I go on one of these orthographic views, it's right on the ground. Okay, so again, this is going to take a while to get used to, but it's worth testing out. All right, so first thing first is you're going to move. I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to duplicate. Watch this. Now Blender's confused. What do I do with this? The minute you move your mouse around, it does this. So if I just press X, it's going to duplicate on the X. So watch this. Right click, Shift-D for duplicate, and then I'm going to press Y. There you go. And then I'm going to go, I'm not even, okay, I'm going to right click again, Shift-D, press X, and there is that. Okay, so you have 4 of these, right? Like that. Another thing I want you to pay attention to, this is, believe it or not, the sun, but you're not seeing the effect of it because we're not in the light mode. This is the light mode. This is color mode. There is no color right now, so there's that. See? Right here. So the sun is on, shadows are on. So because the sun is selected, see, light. What kind of light is it? Let's find out. Right here, it's a point light. So if I change this to sun, watch how it blurs. It just blows it out because it's at 1,000 strength. So if I change this to 10, it's a tiny piece. And I'm going to get rid of shadow. Shadow's gone. On, off. This looks too strong for me. I don't know why. I don't remember what the value of this point light was before. So this is 100. If I go to 1,000, what? Okay, and you can also change the color of the light, for example. Okay? You can paint the scene with lights alone, which is kind of fun. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, and I'm just going to leave it at somewhere in the middle, just off a tint of something, okay? Like that. So when you're working, stay in this mode. Well, sliding on my chair here. Okay. So this is wireframe and x-rays. I call this Superman mode. Very important. Later on, I'm going to show you why this is important. Right now, it's just blocks. This is with color. Obviously, we have no color. And this is with lighting. So these are the 4. When I say look at your 4 circles here, or spheres, these are it. Okay? All right. So T for tools. On, off, on, off. And numerical input. I don't think that's what it stands for, but it's kind of cool because I go TNT for dynamite and you got T for tools, N for numeric input. That's a nice way to remember. So now you can see now, if I pick one of these, it says where they are. Okay, this is at 0, 0, and this one is where. So if I say X2, look, oh, it moves at 2. So if I say, if I type in -2, it goes in the negative direction, right? So you can see here, it's negative X, right? Y is this way. So if I go type in 5, it moves to where that 5 is on the grid. So this is good Cartesian system here. X, Y, Z, rotate and scale, okay? Okay, I don't want to make this too long, but if I go into the camera now, I am actually, see, right here, camera, and I'll go here, render, watch what you get. That's all you got. Whatever is in that rectangle box is what you're getting as a render, okay? I think I'm going to stop here. This is already too long. I'm going to show you how to change the color, bring more objects, and take a picture of it, okay? That's it for now. Hopefully that's it. Thank you.